A devastating famine struck the land of Canaan. Abraham, driven by necessity, made a difficult decision to move to Egypt with his wife Sarah. The journey would not be easy, but the survival of his family depended on it. Upon reaching the Egyptian border, Abraham turned to Sarah and with concern in his voice said, "You are a very beautiful woman. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'She is his wife. Let's kill him so we can take her.' Please, say that you are my sister, so that they will spare my life and treat me well because of you." If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. When they arrived in Egypt, Sarah's beauty did not go unnoticed. The palace officials saw her and took her to Pharaoh, who was impressed and welcomed her into his palace, giving Abraham many gifts: sheep, goats, cattle, donkeys, deer, and camels. However, Abraham's apparent fortune soon turned into calamity for Pharaoh and his household. God sent terrible plagues upon the Egyptians because of Sarah, for despite being barren, God had plans for her and Abraham. Pharaoh, enraged and frightened, called Abraham and severely reprimanded him. "What have you done to me? Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister, so that I took her as my wife? Now here is your wife. Take her and go." What do you think about Abraham's decision to say that Sarah was his sister? Leave me your comment below. Pharaoh thought Abraham had lied about Sarah, but Abraham had told the truth. In the book of Genesis, chapter 20, verse 12, Abraham, referring to Sarah, told Abimelech, "She is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife." In the story of Abraham and Sarah, we see that they married despite being half-siblings. Today, laws and social norms consider marriage between siblings as incest, which is a prohibited relationship because it can cause genetic problems in children and negatively affect family relationships. However, in Abraham's time, these norms did not exist. Humanity was less populous, and it was more common for people to marry their close relatives to form families. So what we see today as wrong was then acceptable and necessary for the survival and growth of communities. Pharaoh ordered his men to escort Abraham and Sarah out of Egypt, along with all their belongings. The story of Abraham and Sarah in Egypt teaches us about faith and divine protection. Despite wrong decisions and fear, God intervened to protect Sarah and Abraham. This reminds us that even when we face difficulties and temptations, God is always with us, guiding and protecting us. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to also watch the video I'm showing on the screen.